Hello! One of my favorite pastimes is baking. So let's bake a banana bread. This is by far one of the easiest recipes ever and it's easy to remember. So mash 2 very ripe bananas in a bowl. As you can see, just with a fork, you don't need the best of utensils to do this, and you can simply use anything you have in your kitchen in terms of bowls and cutlery. This is me mashing the bananas with the fork, and I've already measured out my flour and my sugar. I used 140 grams of self-rising flour and just 100 grams of sugar. Pour everything in the bowl gently and continue to mix if you want to. Here I use 140 grams of room temperature butter. I use simply any kind of butter that I like, not specifically baking butter, because I have found that it does help the taste to have very nice tasting butter and not the bland kind of butter. So just make sure your measurement is properly done and get the exact 140 grams of butter for your banana bread. And yeah, so mix it in with the other ingredients. Just pour it in, as you can see. And then the next thing we're going to be adding in will definitely be the baking powder. And just 1 teaspoon of baking powder is all you need for this recipe. Next, we're going to have 2 large eggs broken into a bowl and mixed properly in your bowl before you add it into your mixture of flour, sugar, baking powder as well. So we're just going to pour that into the bigger bowl and make sure you scoop all of the egg from the bowl. You don't want to have any of it wasted or just washed away. Wasting is not good, so let's not waste, guys. So yes, scoop out every single thing. And then I personally love to mix my banana bread with a whisker. I do not use the electronic machine to mix my banana bread because I like to have some of the lumps of the bananas within the bread itself after it's fully baked. And I just find that using the machine, it gets over whisked and it's just like flat without having some of the clumps of bananas in the bread. So I use a hand whisker. You go old school on this one, but it's really good. It has the kind of consistency you want with rich banana breads anyway, so it doesn't really take long as well, and it's not so much effort, to be honest, because this is just a small loaf anyway. So you keep mixing, and when you have that consistency and proper mix of flour, butter, sugar, and your baking powder, you're good to go. So pretty much that is it with this recipe. All you need is 140 grams of self-rising flour, 100 grams of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 2 large eggs, 2 very ripe bananas, and that's it. You get your baking pan. I love to use the parchment paper because I don't like how cake sticks at the bottom of the pan, and it's just easier for you to get out this way. So you just measure with the pan and get the amount that you need and place it nicely into the pan. Make sure it sits well and fits well. Just the right amount will do. And then pour your mix into the pan like so. Keep pouring. As you can see, there's some lumps in there, and that is lumps of the banana itself. It makes it so rich and so delicious to eat. You actually feel like you're eating proper banana bread, and it's not flat. It's not just the flavor you get, but you get the actual chunks in it. Again, scoop out every single drop from the bowl as much as you can. We are not wasting a drop, not in this economy. No. Yep, I make sure I scoop everything neatly into your baking pan, and once it's ready, obvious next steps is to tidy up the parchment paper. If you have some excesses, just a little bit of housekeeping to make sure that you have a neat pan on the way out. It's not necessary to do, but this is just my pet peeve. One of the things I like to do, just tidying up the pan and making sure it comes out neatly. You're going to throw the paper away anyway, but I just like to trim it. Yes, so it's ready to go into the oven now. And yeah, here we go. So this is it rising already. It bakes for maximum of 40 minutes if you want it to be really well done. Some people like it a bit moist, some like it dry. I prefer it to bake very well done myself because why not? So it rises in the oven, and by the time it cools off, it kind of falls a little, which is what you're seeing here. But I promise you, it tastes divine. So this is the banana bread recipe that I use all the time. It has never failed me. Please try it. Let me know what you think and how yours turned out. And this is it, ready to go into the fridge. Thank you for watching. Please drop a comment if you've tried it out. Cheers. Bye. Oh, before I go, don't forget to like, share, and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.